Grand rising to my brothers and my sisters, kings and queens, God and goddesses, in the four corners of the earth. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Ocean of Truth with your host, Rabenu. And today, yes, is a sum up, part 6. How do we overcome modern day evilness? How do we overcome modern day evilness? Part 6, and it's the sum up. So let's get into it. While we at it, like and share, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment, list where you're from when you're dropping a comment, and share your thought. So let's get right into it. Part 6, how do we overcome modern day evilness? Part 6, yes, part 6 we're going to be talking about wickedness and evilness in higher low places. Yes, wickedness in higher low places. Let's get into it. And now we're going to sum it up. Wickedness in higher low places. We're going to sum up all 6 topics. Because all 6 topics is referring to wickedness in high and low places. Because we have evilness in high and low places. And yes, we have to conquer it. And yes, we shall overcome. So, check it. Part 1, I was discussing about the evil institutions which he created, right? And we have to know as solid spiritual beings, solid spiritual practitioners, solid spiritual guardians of this earth, we have to know that the institutions what these people have in this world is evil. All of them is evil. And we as spiritualists, we need to boycott all of these institutions. We need to boycott all of them, and we need to become independent, self-made. I need to boycott all of the institutions which they created. You understand? Full of evil and full of evil ideologies. Yes, we have to boycott it. Yes, so we have to boycott them and create our own institutions. Yes, create our own organizations. Let me say it even in a better phrase. Our own organizations. Yes, which going to help and benefit our black nation. Yes. Part 2, I was discussing about the evil system which they design only to the advantage of themselves. So yes, it's like we design, because design anything. Let me just try to put a good example. Yeah, like we have like a match fixing. You have like a game, sports, gonna play, but we don't match fix the game. So we already know the outcome, right? Something like that. But we all know what I'm trying to get at, that the system which they created, and in this system which they created is where you can find all the evil institutions. And the system which they created, yes, is an evil system based on evil ideologies. Yes, the foundation is blood. When it's talking about God, and you're seeing these days, all of them so-called, it look like who's the biggest, holiest person on this earth. All of them is evil people. Because the God is gold, oil, and diamonds. Nothing about God. The God is blood. The God is blood, and the God is just disaster and chaos and destruction. That's what the God is about. Yes. The God is about peace, love, harmony, and prosperity. Nah. That ain't what this system designed for. And let me tell you something even better. It only designed in the advantage for themselves. So it's only they getting the best out of the system, not we. Because there's only a certain type of group of people get oppressed. That's why in the Bible you have, every day we count it as a sheep for the slaughter. You see? They self-design a system, they self-design the Bible and the religion and everything, and that's where they know what they put in there. Yes, to let us know. Every day are you accounted as the sheep for the slaughter? Are you accounted as, up for the kill? Yes. Yes, so, yes. Part 3, I was discussing about the evil leaders sitting in high places. Yes, because in this evil system which they created, with all the evil institutions within, all at the high positions is only evil leaders. From the government, to the school, to religion, to the workplaces, probably everywhere, banking, housing, you're gonna find evil people. Yes, evilness in high and low places. I can tell you, I'm talking out of experience. There's a lot of evil people in these high ranking positions. A lot of warlocks, witches, wizards. I'm not saying that witches or these things is bad, but yes, we all know we have good and bad. So I'm talking now the bad. Yes. And we have a lot of them and a lot of evil energies, evil vibrations. And a lot of them evil leaders, we could find them in the four corners of the earth, whether we in America, whether we in the Caribbean, whether we in South America, whether we in Africa, whether we in Europe, whether we in Middle East, whether we in India, whether we in Australia, whether we in Russia, whether we in China, whether we in Thailand, wherever you could find yourself. Just know evil leaders is in these top positions. Yes. With evil ideologies. Yes. Yes. Evil things. Anti-nature. Everything against nature. And we all know that nature, yeah, what we see nature as, a bridge to divinity, aspects of gods and deities. But all of these people ideology and the foundation which they believe in is against nature, is anti-nature. We preach life, spiritualists. They preach death. We preach prosperity. They preach, they implement and set systems in place to have the people poor and in poverty. Yes, these evil leaders. Yes, right? In school, so-called school where you go and learn stuff, they don't teach you the real stuff. They only teach you what they want to teach you. That's why we have so many drop out in the black nation, because the information ain't resonating with your DNA. So that's why a lot of black young men just drop out of school, right? A lot of men drop out of school because the school, how they have the school created in the evil institutions. They have it created like Einstein, like it's only white people could understand and know all these things, and not a black man or a black woman. While we is the inventors and the creator of mathematics, geometry, we are astrology, everything. It came from us. Kemet and Kush. Kemet, the land of black kings and queens. Our people them is where they get a blueprint from. Yes. These evil leaders in all the world. Rome, who Catholic, who Pope, right? All these people is evil people, evil ideologies. And that's what all they're doing. You understand? Pushing the evilness into this paradise, which is earth. Claiming to say God other place, heaven and hell. As we could see, they don't have no place like that. When they go up in the positive atmosphere, in space and everything, you will see no place like that. Not under and not above. Not left or right either. These evil leaders, right? In Africa, having the people them, lying to the people them, stealing people money, profiting off of the energy, off of the blood, sweat, and energy of poor people, giving them false hope to have a nice life, to be driving around in nice cars, to be, well, have the best security guards in the world, to be having a family going all over in the world, having these expensive trips and big investments in other parts of the world and all this type of stuff, while the communities is left to rot in, while the communities don't even have electricity, while the communities don't even have solar systems, while the community don't have free energy, while the community have poverty, right? We put devil to shame today. Yeah? Yeah. Evil leaders. Yes. Within the system they created and the institutions, many of them who sit in these top rank positions, many of them is evil. 9 out of the 10 of them is evil. Yes. Part 4 was an interesting topic for me for sure. And it's really something was really affecting many of us is the evil family members and the evil generational curses were following a lot of us. Because it's following a lot of us. Unconsciously, we are unaware We don't know. We think that this is normal in life. They teach us this is life. They teach us they condition us to think that it's okay to be poor, or it's okay when you're having problems in your life, or it's okay when you're going through certain types of things. They condition us, that's from slavery, to believe that this is life. Like life, this is what life is trying to. This is life. They condition us well. And it starts from the home, family members, which throwing evil religion at us, which trying to drag us through all the school institutions, which trying to put all kind of heavy load on our shoulders from a young age, and all kind of high expectations and everything. All of it is evil, and it's onto the white supremacy and the white colonization of our black people, of our black ancestors, right? And many of our family members, they indulge in evil practices. Many of them, who you see going church, who you see, they're so good and they're so full of humility, and it is cook food and share food out for the poor people, and it is so nice and it's so good, and it is do everything good, and it's so this and it's so that, right? And most of them, 9 out of 10 of them again, most of them evil, tying down their own family, right? Taking the luck and taking the destiny of their own children. Yeah, their own family members. Yes, uneducated people. Yes, this is part 5. I was talking about this. The evil family members, what a lot of us have. We're trying to stop our progress. And we, as spiritual guardians of this earth, you know what we got to do with these family members? Yeah, cut them off out of your life. They see how your life propel, see how your life evolve to the next level. Yes, you come to this 3D dimension, this material world, to please no human being. You come to do your divine purpose here on this earth. That's it. Evil family members, a lot of them. And most of them who you see evil, they're uneducated, they're poor, they don't have no ambition, they don't have no talent, they don't have no creativity, just dead entities. The ones that were tangling up, this is my experience, tangling up year after year, going through all kind of problems, all kind of different things, right? It's just, we give thanks to the ancestors. We're really grateful to the ancestors and to the energies for choosing man, and also being there for me and hand picking me. And also, not only that, but also you can see where the energies rescue you out of situations and set your feet on a higher position, put you in a next realm, on a different plateau, which is better for you, which you now tap into your real power, which is your inner power, heteru, willpower. So yes, they can't stop us, so, and we gotta cut them out of our life. Not because it is our family, our mother, our father, our grandmother, our grandfather, sister, brother, whoever they is. Once they're evil, once it's not on the frequency you on, once they're not on the ideology that you on, you're supposed to cut these people off, because sooner or later they will be a detriment to your soul. They will be detrimental to your soul. That's it. That's just my experience. Most people experience, spiritualists, most practitioners, the most black sheeps out here, the most gold, because the black sheep is a golden child. The most of us and all of us, this is our evolving. So we need to stay away from these people. Cut them out your life, stay away from them, and evolve to the next plateau, and be creative and create and be impactful. We came here to impact, inspire, and impact people. So yes, the part 5 was talking about the evilness which is roaming in our communities. I was just highlighting that one of the biggest ones also in our communities were really were messing us up is the uneducated people walking around our communities. Because uneducated people, when you don't have no education, it leads to a lot of things. A lot of things, a lot of miserable things, a lot of detrimental things. When you don't have no education, it simply means you probably be somebody who don't have a lot of money, or who's, let me just say, poor. And a poor man don't have no capacity. You're weak because money is power. So simple. Yes, so money is power. Yes, oh. And if you don't have, go get some. Yes, oh. Because it's not evil. Uneducated people walking around, evil family members and different type of teachers, what it is teach the generation and the people them, and wherever they just go in the religion and wherever they just get these teachings about the love of money is the root of all evil. No, can never be. Yes, when you're uneducated, you're gonna be poor, and when you're poor, it's the root of all evil. Because when you're poor, and you don't have the money, then you're done ready to do anything to get money, and anything which is even abominable things too. Yes, uneducated people walking around our communities. That's why I highlighted it. That's a big evilness when the uneducated people. Because the uneducated and uneducation, this leading to ignorance, this leading to stupidity, especially stupidity when they uneducated. So this is evilness. Straight up. I can see it, I highlighted it. This is evilness. Uneducated people. Then they resorted to ignorance. Then they resorted to low vibration, the lower self, resorted to envy, right? Which is evilness, right? These are the type of people walking around our communities. That's why our communities can't be flourishing for the next generation. With peace and prosperity. No. That can't happen. Why? There are a lot of uneducated people walking around our communities. So we as spiritual beings, as guardians of this earth, we have to rise, be an example in our communities, and lead by example. Lead by example. We have to lead by example. We have to lead by example. This 6-part segment was a segment that's highlighting everything and just going basically about the evilness in this modern day. But don't forget, there's nothing new under the sun. So this evilness was always here. And we have to overcome this evilness. Sometimes I used to wonder, like in my life, I was like 6 years, 7, I would say 7, 8 years. I was just like 2018. Crash out, don't know yourself, going through a lot of problems, and just wondering like, hey, how life is so. You know, like how come, like, you know, this is not what they tell you or teach you or all these things what they used to tell you back in the days growing up and everything, you know? And when you're lost, you're lost. And I would always say that you have to study to be approved. Learning new things, studying books, learning history, reading is very essential, because I see in like over 2 years, I would say like 10 years, but like it's almost like 8 years how I turn around my whole life. 360, turn around my whole life. And it's thanks to thanks to African spirituality. Let me just say it, African spirituality. The science, the metaphysics of African spirituality. That is what helped me, rescue me out of the mud, out of the, however you want to have it, however you want to say it, how the Bible have it. Yes. Yes, so the energies and Orishas, yes, so is they will stand for me, eh? Yes, so they will stand for me, pivot situations, rescue me. When the storm going on, may the storm cease. Yes, so the power in this thing is real. So the evilness, I don't be afraid of no evilness. Because the number one, to overcome evilness is based on your faith. We know as spiritualists, as practitioners, everything what we do is based on intent. Everything got to be intentional. So, which means intentional, also your faith, believing that this is real. And when you have your faith steadfast, no evilness, they could try anything they want to try, because they've been trying, and they will never stop trying. But you as a spiritualist got to know that you got to always be steadfast. You always got to be ready. You have to always be spiritually inclined, spiritually, your spiritual eye open, discerning on a high frequency, vibrating out your higher self, right? And doing all the little ins and out, the ins and do's of the practices. Your spiritual baths every day, your spiritual creams, you understand? Your time to time, your rituals, your full moon rituals, you're right, your sunset rituals, your sunrise rituals, right? Keep the foot on the enemy neck. That's what I'm trying to say, right? We go overcome evilness in this modern day. Let me stop watching evil leaders, what they're doing. Let me stop watching all the evil institutions and the evil system what they created. We need to rise up independently, boycott all these institutions, get our assets and our resources together, and start to create and be independent business people. Start to make money, because money is power. Yes, more money. Yes, so money set them all. When the doctor asks you, when you say you got pain, and the doctor say, okay, I got paracetamol. No, we say money set them all. More money. Yes, so money is power. So let us as spiritual guardians, spiritual beings, practitioners get money, because the practice need money. We need to build temples. Yes, so we need to build schools to be teaching the children them about Africa history, about the African ancient civilization, advanced civilization. Yes, teaching them that they was kings and queens. When the people them know who they are, head who, they're going to tap into that inner power. So yes, my people, we have to know that all evilness were going on, we shall overcome it. Because we born to do this. We was already here, past, present, and future. And we're going to conquer once more again. Yes. So, while we at it, and while you're watching, thanks for watching today. Don't forget, right? No weapon will form against me or you shall never prosper from now till infinity and beyond. Easy. And I'm going to end the program like that today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like I said, subscribe, like and share, drop a comment. List where you're dropping a comment. Keep it civilized. Any uncivilized stuff will get blocked. Thanks for watching once more. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. For everybody who is done already, subscribe and dropping comments. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for the lovely comments. And we're going to continue bringing some nice videos. Yes, some nice hot topics and some nice videos. So thanks for tuning in once more. As you can see, the sun is shining. And on your side, most likely the sun is also shining. Have a nice, beautiful day to all of my brothers and my sisters, kings and queens, God and goddesses in the four corners of the earth. Don't forget, no evilness, no evilness. What is said shall overcome us. We are more than conquerors. Yes, because the ancestors is with us. The Orishas is with us. Olodumare is with us. He say, we shall overcome. I'm your host, Rabenu, and you know, thanks for tuning in. Until the next time.